So in this video, I wanted to share with you what I believe to be the greatest opportunity to create wealth in human history. And not only wealth, but a life of true freedom. A life where you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want, with whoever you want. And I know that sounds a lot. I know that sounds like too good to be true. I totally understand that. However, by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how that absolutely is possible and why it's possible and behind the scenes as to what's going on in the education industry. And which, by the way, is one of the biggest industries in the entire world. Think of how big colleges are, right? How many people go to college or want to go to college? Pretty much everyone, right? There's something really interesting going on, and I'm really excited to share this with you because when you understand what's going on in this world and you see the opportunity, which most people can't see because they're not educated in the online side of things, they don't see what's going on in both sectors, the online world and the offline world. When you understand this opportunity and you can see how you can dip your bucket into this massive tidal wave that's coming, you're gonna be very, very excited. And my entire life has basically led to this. I actually dropped out of school because of this. So I'm really excited to share this with you. And by the end of this video, you're gonna see one of the greatest opportunities ever that we've ever had, ever since our species existed. And I'm gonna show you how you can take advantage of it. So basically what's going on is if you're like most people, right? If you're like me, your entire life you have been told, go to school, get good grades so you can get into a good college, and then when you get into a good college, get good grades so you can get a good job. And then once you get that good job, just work there for 40, 50 years, and then you'll have some money for retirement, and then you can go golf or something, and then you die. That's pretty much how it goes. And I remember being told this my entire life, and I never questioned it because how could you question people who are, know the way, right? Our parents and, the people ahead of us supposedly knew the way because that was the way for a long time. This was the best opportunity, was to go down this route unless you wanted to create your own business, which used to be much, much harder before the internet. And so that used to be the best way of doing things if you wanted to be successful. But now this has turned into what I call society's success trap. And this is a trap that I was in for quite some time. I remember in middle school, I was taking my tests home to my mom and dad, and they're saying, you need to get good grades so you can get into this prestigious high school. And then I got into this high school, and then it was, okay, you need to get good grades so you can get into this really good college and you can get a scholarship. And then I got into this college and I got a scholarship. And then it was, okay, you need to get good grades so that you can graduate top of your class, and then you can go get an internship, and then you can go hopefully get a job at one of these big engineering firms. And that was the path I was going down. I really didn't like it. It wasn't even like I had a choice. I remember like graduating and in high school, and I was still like, I just landed on engineering because it was either do engineering or do business. And it wasn't like someone forced that on me, not at all. No one like was the enemy. It was like, you have to do this. It was just like, hey, like here are good options. You'll make a lot of money in either of these fields, and that's what you should optimize for. So I was like, okay, I'll do engineering. I want to at least be building something. And I remember just going through these classes in college, and I'm like, this is so not fun. I don't enjoy this at all, like not even a little bit. I could not care less about Calculus 3, and I hate it. It is so hard. And it wasn't what I wanted to do, but I was told like, you have to do this to make that six-figure salary. And I think a lot of people get stuck in that cycle, right? Pretty much all of America, all my friends who have now graduated and are in the working world are kind of going through this process of, getting into their first entry-level jobs and working their way up. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you want to live a life of freedom, total freedom, time, location, and financial freedom, do whatever you want, travel the world, go to the movies at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, go and skydive in Australia, go and swim with dolphins in Hawaii, go and paraglide off the mountains of Colombia, go and take a trip for 2 weeks and just put your phone on airplane mode because you just want to disconnect and be in nature, go and stay in and snuggle in your bed with your loved one and watch Netflix all day on a Monday, if you want that life isn't possible with the traditional path. It just isn't. It doesn't end there because you're always working for money. You're trading time for money. You're never really making that much money either because the higher your income goes, the more your tax rises with that. So most people aren't even aware of that. Like you're trapped there. And you're never even really making that much money. 6 figures is not that much money. Like it's just not. Let's be real. You have, when it comes to taxes, your living, your food and your groceries, your some entertainment expenses, whatever, like how much you're really left with each year. It's just not a great path. Not when we have this opportunity in front of us. And this is what we're going to go over in this video, is what this opportunity is and how to really take advantage of it before it's too late. Because whether you believe this opportunity exists or not, doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. It is happening, whether you believe it or not. It's happening to the entire world. You're seeing a massive, massive shift. So the question is, are you going to take advantage of it? And how long are you going to wait before you do it? Because if you wait too long, just like any major trend, the people who get in the beginning are, they're the ones who see the most success. So basically, we've all been told that traditional education is the way to go. However, college costs are rising. Student debt is at an all-time high. It's definitely a bubble that is going to absolutely burst. And more people are competing for the same jobs. They're all trying to do the same thing. I remember thinking, the reason I chose engineering over business was because I looked at the number of people that were going to study business, and then I looked at the number of people who were studying engineering, and I was like, how the hell does anyone have a competitive advantage in the business world? Like, there's just so many people all learning the same thing from the same schools and applying for the same jobs. Like, that does not seem like a high success rate at all. And it really, like, everyone's going through this process, this cookie cutter system, and they're all competing for the same jobs, which are going down, right? It's the reality. But what's happening now with online education is it's becoming more and more, number one, affordable, number two, accessible, right? Pretty much anyone can get access to YouTube, right? Or Google, and you can start learning things online. And it's becoming more, how would you say, I guess you'd call it professional, right? People are starting to take it more serious. And when people start to take it more seriously, they are making a higher quality program. And when people make higher quality programs and learning experiences, the value goes up. So online education started here. It was people selling ebooks and PDFs, right? But now you have universities putting their lectures online because they realize what's happening. You have people creating incredible courses. Like for us, for example, the Affiliate Accelerator, I'm really, really proud of that program. We give someone the exact step-by-step guidance that they need to build a successful 6-figure online business. And you couldn't even get that level of step-by-step guidance in college because it would just be way longer, it'd be way more expensive. You'd have teachers at the front of the room with a chalkboard and it'd be 200 feet away kind of squinting and trying to see what's going on. Not to mention they don't even know this business model because it's too cutting edge for them. They're years behind because it takes so much time to redo the curriculum and hire new professors and get accredited and all these things. In online education, anyone who's an expert can just go and make a course. And as the marketplace becomes more competitive, people want to make better and better products, right? Like us, we're really focused on delivering the absolute best quality of education and guidance and support for our community. And we do that. We're consistently innovating our product, and the value just goes up and up and up. And that's just one little sector, right? You can buy an online course in anything you want. If you want to improve your relationships, your spirituality, your health and fitness, how to cook, right? You can learn how to be an actor, how to be a model, how to be a photographer, how to start a business. I mean, you can learn anything. You can get, courses on coding, anything that you want. Pretty much every course that's available in college is now coming online. And as that happens, the value of traditional education goes down because it's way more expensive. Usually you have to go and stay on campus if you're going to a faraway school. Like I literally moved my life to this, new state and stayed on this campus, and that's really expensive. You have a lot more expenses. You have to show up at the predetermined times. Like I remember waking up for this certain class at 6 a.m. and I had to be there by 7. And this class, like the professor was so boring. I sat so far back because it was always like full, right? And I was always trying to fight to stay awake because it was 7 in the morning and I was up till 2 a.m. the night before doing homework and studying. And I remember thinking, like, why can't they just make this at a different time? How am I supposed to learn when I can't even stay awake? And with online education, you can learn on your own time. You can fast forward, you can rewind, you can take screenshots, you can get little PDFs. You don't have to like get the handouts and carry around this folder, this giant backpack. It's all digital. It's all there. It's just better in so many ways. The learning experience itself is better. It's more valuable. You can literally get better results because you don't have to, if you raise your hand and go to the bathroom, right? In traditional education, you're going to miss what the teacher said for 5 minutes. But in online education, you can just pause it and then go to the bathroom or go get your coffee, or you can learn in an environment that is best suited to you. You can learn at times that are best suited to you. Everyone has times when they learn better. Some people learn better at night. Some people are better in the morning, right? It just depends on you. Education shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all. And that's really what's happening, is education is becoming decentralized. It's not in a central location anymore. The universities don't have full control over it. They don't have a monopoly like they used to. And that's not some like evil scheme or anything, like having a monopoly on education. It's just how it ended up, right? Universities were formed to create basically workers for corporations. They needed a system to train their employees in various different fields. Now, in online education, you can learn basically all those courses from the comfort of your home or from wherever, right? I like to learn at cafes or go wherever I want. And I can just learn wherever, however I want. And not to mention, it is way, way more affordable and accessible and easy to understand and implement. So as that happens, as time goes on, online education is getting better and better and better. The product, the value is going up and up and up. With that comes money, right? As value goes up, so does the money. As more and more people start to realize that, okay, do I want to pay $50,000 a year to learn how to be a business major or get my business degree and then go work for a company and start at a $30K a year salary and work my way up for 20 years to make a 6-figure salary? Or do I want to go learn from these guys who are traveling the world and living the exact life I want, and I can get their course for X amount of money, way less than $50K a year? Which one would you choose? It's like, do you want to go to university to learn how to be a psychiatrist, or do you want to find your favorite psychiatrist who has a course online, who is accredited and certified and everything, and you know they're legit, and you can just go directly to them from the source and just get their course and learn from home and save yourself 30 grand a year? You can learn whatever you want online, whatever you want. Colleges are usually competing to like bring out new courses. Now that's just, it's a joke. Any expert, a relationship expert, a health expert, a wealth expert, can go and create their own online course for very, very cheap. They just take their knowledge, they record videos, they create slides, they create a learning experience, and they put it out to the world. And now they're able to create a full-time income from wherever they are because they can just share their knowledge and they don't have to go to a university making $50,000 a year anymore. They can have their own little business just from sharing their knowledge. So it's a massive win for them. So where do you think the best professors would go? If you were a professor with 20 years of experience and you said you were offered, okay, you can go make $100K a year here, more than likely way less than that, or you can create your own online course, create your own hours, work from wherever you want, automate the entire thing, and create your own income, which would you do? It's a way better option for everyone, for the teacher, for the student, and for the global consciousness as a whole, because now information is way more accessible. So hopefully you can see that because of all these good things, it's just going up and up and up, and traditional education is going down, down, down. Because the new generation, like, when they're presented with these options, which would you choose? I wish I had this choice. I wish I knew that this was happening 5 years ago. I'd be way further ahead. So would everyone else. You can just skip the middlemen, skip the years of bullshit, taking electives that you don't give a fuck about, wasting your time, wasting your money. All of that is becoming extinct, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Now, I don't want to say that college is completely useless at all, and I don't want to make them the enemy. because you still, if you want to be a doctor, you probably can't do that through an online course. You could probably learn a lot, to be fair. You could probably learn a lot about the body, about procedures, all those things, but you have to go in and do procedures, right? There's certain jobs that require you to go in and actually learn that, right? Engineering, you're going to want to be in a facility where you can build things. But for the average person who just wants to live an amazing life, like a life of freedom, a life that you choose, that isn't determined by be here at this time and you'll make this amount of money you can't ever make anymore, even if you do a great job. You don't have to do that anymore. Because even if you're not an expert and you don't know how to create your own course, or you don't want to create your own course, you feel like you're not, you don't have enough expertise in a certain area to do that, you can partner with the people who are. And you can do that by being an affiliate for them. Because all these people, all these amazing people who are putting their expertise and creating these courses, most of them are not business owners. They don't know how to drive leads or drive sales. They just want to get their knowledge out there and make money from it. As an affiliate, you can partner with them and you can promote their course for them and earn a very, very big commission. And you can build an entire business around that. You can imagine that synergy. An expert who's incredible at what they do and wants to get their message out to the world and build a business of it, but lacks the business skills. An affiliate who comes in and knows how to drive leads and really, drive sales and create that lifeline or the blood of a business, which is money. Imagine that partnership, what you can do together. You can create some significant change in the world and make an amazing amount of money and have total freedom while doing it. And I say this from experience. I don't say this like in theory, like I've done this and I do this and I will continue to do this. I will be riding this entire wave. This is my mission here. And you can build businesses in different niches, whatever you're passionate about. I was out to dinner yesterday with two friends. Both of them are in the 9-to-5 world. They're not entrepreneurs, not yet. One of them is building a course on how to hack your credit cards and get basically travel points. Another one is building a course on how to develop your resume. I talked to a guy the other day who was a course on Tibetan cosmology. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it is. That's a beautiful thing. You can create a course across every spectrum. Anything you want to learn, you can create a course on, and people are. Even if you don't want to do it, people are. And it's just going up, 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 up. And you can partner with these people and create an automated business with them in partnership. And it's a huge win-win for everyone. It's a win for you because you create a business where you just drive leads and sales. You get paid on commission. You can set up automations for this, which is running in the background, and you can live your life. It's great for the educator because they can build a real business around this, their expertise, and they don't have to deal with the traditional constraints. And it's great for the market because people can learn whatever they want, wherever they want, whenever they want, from whoever they want. They're no longer restricted to the professors, on staff. So this is an amazing thing. You're going to see traditional education go more and more down. The news is already picking up on it. They're saying things like, is college a scam, right? Obviously it's not a scam, but paying $50K a year for something you can learn for, $5K one time online, I don't know. There's much better deals out there. It's not a scam, but there's much better deals out there. And not to mention the quality of education and the opportunity costs spent, doing courses you don't want to do or all these things, right? Online education solves a lot of these problems. And there's a massive opportunity right now to jump on board here and take advantage of this. Because I think we're about here. I think most people, college is definitely on a downward trend. Online education is projected to be $1 billion a day by, I think it's either 2023 or 2025. It's expected to be at $1 billion a day. And that's straight from Forbes. Because they just see what's going on. This is the obvious trend that's happening. So $1 billion a day, that's a pretty big industry. You think you could dip your bucket in and make some good profit from that? Probably. Especially if you start now. Because more and more people are realizing this opportunity. Both course creators and affiliates are realizing this opportunity. If you want to jump in now with the least amount of competition and really get to know this industry before anyone else, now is the time. Now is the time to take advantage of this and really ride this wave. Get the trend before it's too late. It's happening, with or without you, and that's the truth. So I hope this kind of gave you insight into what's going on and how big of an opportunity this is. And I say it's the biggest opportunity in human history because there is no limit. You can scale a digital business however high you want, right? People always want to learn. There's more and more people coming online every day. There's more and more people realizing the value of online education every day. So it's getting bigger and bigger. And there's massive profit to be made in this industry because the products are digital. So the cost of production is way, way less than a traditional business. The profit margins are much higher, and anyone can do this regardless of your background, your expertise, whatever. You don't even have to be an expert. You can partner with an expert. And that's what we did, and that's really how we got to where we are. So I hope you see the opportunity here. Don't wait. Don't wait. It's happening. The train is taking off with or without you. So if you want to learn how you can take advantage of this, if you want some more insight into what this industry is and what's happening and how you can start today taking advantage of this, schedule a call. Click the button below, schedule a free call with our team, and you can get more information on what's going on and the exact steps that you can take to really get a piece of this pie before it's too late. So, all right, I hope this video helped. I hope you're excited. This fires me up because this is really, really incredible. It's an incredible time to be alive. So I'll see you on the next video. Take care.